Hello everybody, my name is Bill Eliasek. I'm working today with the Schaumburg Park District Heartbeat program, and we are here at the Schaumburg Township Maple Park Disability Picnic. And we have Jerry Bartnick, who's the director of the disability programs, to give us some information about what exactly goes on today and throughout the year.
Well, actually, the picnic is something that we provide for our clients that we serve through the year with benefit counseling. Our buses, our township transportation service, we have a couple of drivers who volunteer to do this, and they bring people to the picnic. The best part about that is that it's wheelchair accessible, so we can accommodate all of our clients that want to come and participate. We also try to make everything very, very accessible, including the porta potties, and that's an important part. But we do a lot of services through the year, and we work with individuals so closely that we found out they need fun in addition to benefit counseling. So we do these kinds of activities, the Christmas party, this event, in conjunction with the community and the governments who support us, whose support we really, really need to be able to make this a success. Plus all the volunteers. Some of our disabled people volunteer for the picnic, which is very good for them and us.
Now, the food and drinks and so forth, how is that done today, Jerry?
Well, for the first time, we're catering some of the food. We used to cook it all ourselves, but we've got a little hill over there, and going up and down the hill was a little hard on some of our volunteers. So we are catering, but our road and bridge department is still doing the hot dogs on the grill over there because that makes it a picnic. And of course, God cooperates beautifully like today. We have never had to cancel a picnic in 32 years, which is amazing.
Now, the number of participants that come to the picnic, how many roughly are there? How many have there been over the years?
It usually averages about 120. Of course, some people sign up, and because of their disability issues, they're unable to come. But for the most part, they make a valiant effort to be here because they know it's going to be a lot of fun. And it gives them a social activity. We need social interaction for them, and we try to provide that as much as we can. Last night, we had a concert here, open concert for families. And it's the first time we've done that, and we're going to do that every year because the turnout was great. People enjoyed themselves. You could have all type of disabilities provided here. It was just a very big success.
And what are some of the activities that people get involved with here at this picnic?
We have face painting. We have games for the children. We have bingo, which is very, very popular. And all the prizes are donated by the community businesses and governments. And we have support from the Schaumburg Lions and some of the other community organizations, which, really helps us keep the costs down, and which is important when you're on a township budget. We also have a deaf group here who are our clients, and they have a deaf support group at the township, and they're very, very active. And we also have the ITAC program at the township, which provides amplified phones for people who have a hearing loss. So we try to provide services as they're needed. We don't duplicate, but we sure can see the need.
And then Steve and Eric Branter here, what does their volunteer?
They are amazing. They have volunteered for the picnic to provide the DJ music. And Eric, I don't know how he does it, but he changes his voice for the DJ. It becomes very deep and very DJ-like. And every year they volunteer, and we're very, very pleased to have them. They set the tone. And we always have a theme. There's Sharon over there. She's putting up lobsters because our theme this year is Under the Sea. Just makes it a little more fun for everybody.
Great. And then the cleanup is provided by Cook County?
They help us actually set up. We have to move all the tables. The Park District drops them, but they don't know where they're going to go. And then we direct the swap group from Cook County, who are wonderful, and they put all the tables in place. We place them so the wheelchairs have access. And it's a very good cooperative effort.
And what time roughly does a picnic run to?
It starts about 11 and it goes to about 2:30. We try to not make it too long because as the day goes on, the heat comes up and it can affect our clients.
Okay, great. Well, thank you very much, Jerry. Okay, we are here to interview Steve and Eric Brandt, who are the volunteer DJs for the Disability Picnic. And Steve, would like you to give us some information regarding what you're doing and the background and so forth.
Well, thank you. Well, technically, Eric's the DJ. I'm just his roadie and assistant here. But we've been DJing for over 20 years now, and this is our 20th picnic for the Schaumburg Township. So we love coming out here every year. They always have nice weather for us most of the time, and except for the humidity. But it's a great opportunity. We love doing it and participating in the event.
Great. Now, Eric, what is your involvement here? What are you going to do today?
Okay, I do introductions, and it's really a fun time. We even help out with the bingo at the end.
Eric, show me and tell me what you're going to do.
See, we move this
fader?
This fader, yeah. And we have, if I had a hammer here.
And you can control the volume?
Well, we can go to the right, but that's only got, you see, that's only got less than a second here.
Okay, we are here at the Disability Picnic to talk to a family that's come to enjoy today, and they are right over here.
Hi, we're the Wyrachowskis. I'm Matt. This is my son.
Luke. Mackenzie.
This is Keegan, and I'm Cam.
What is his name?
Keegan.
Keegan. Okay, can you give us some background as to why you attend these picnics? You want to hold this?
Sure. This is our first time at the summer picnic, but we participate in Septemberfest outing with the rides, the Christmas party, and we enjoy all the things that the township does for children and families with disabilities, so we come out to participate and show our support.
What does your son, does he do any other township activities other than this one?
Our kids are involved in the CRC summer programs.
Do they attend, you said, the township Christmas party?
We do, yes, and we are part of the September Fest rides on Saturday morning before the festival start. So we enjoy it a lot, and we appreciate all the special things that the town does for kids with disabilities.
Thank you. Thank you. Would you like to say something?
No.
No? Would you like to say anything? Your name is?
Mackenzie.
Mackenzie, what are you going to do here today? Are you going to do the face painting?
Uh-huh.
Oh, so tell us that you're going to do that.
I'm going to do some face painting.
Good, good.
And who's going to go in the fish pond?
Me.
You going to do fishing? Yes, he loves to try the fish pond, and I think
Fish
so.
pond, good. Are there any other activities the kids are going to be doing other than those two? What about eating? Is anybody going to have food?
I think
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Tell us what food you're going to have.
Chicken strips, maybe?
I think they have hot dogs today.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay, we are at the animal exhibit here of the ambassador animals from Brookfield Zoo and talking to Jennifer regarding this whole display.
Yes, I'm Jennifer Bader. I'm the Vice President of Government Affairs at Brookfield Zoo, and we brought our ambassador animals here today. We have Tallulah, the tamandua, who's an anteater, and we love to bring this program here. We've been here for about 5 years, and we bring them out so that people who might not otherwise get to visit Brookfield Zoo can experience a little bit of our conservation message and visit some of our stars at the zoo.
That's super. How long does it take you to get here from Brookfield Zoo?
Not too far. It's about 35 minutes, so you're kind of in our backyard, but it's great to bring them out on a beautiful day and visit with the community here.
And who decides which animals to bring?
The keepers do. So we've got 4 of our keepers here today, and they take care of all of these animals at the zoo, and then they decide every day which animal seems ready to come out. So Tallulah today was rearing to go, and we have a guinea pig and a bunny too. So we bring them out. People can touch the animals, can look at the animals, and it's pretty fun.
Okay, we are here today at the Schaumburg Township Disability Picnic talking to Mary Wroblewski, the supervisor of Schaumburg Township, about this event and all the successes that it has created.
This is a really great event. We have it every year. It's an opportunity for some of the people that use the township services to have this great picnic. We are so blessed at the township with such a great staff. Our staff are the ones that make all this possible. They do all the work, and we also have a lot of volunteers that are here today too. We would not be able to accomplish nearly as much as we do if it wasn't for all the volunteers that we have and all this dedicated staff that we have. So I want to just say thank you to them because we wouldn't be able to do this without their help.
Okay, Mary, is there anything specifically about this picnic that you think draws the people every year?
I just think they always have a good time here. We've got great music. We have the food is always good. That's donated by some of the businesses in the township.
What about the activities?
The activities. The theme this year is Under the Sea. So we have what's her name? The mermaid is walking around, and she looks really cute in her costume. There's lots of games. There's lots of prizes. It's just a fun event to come to. And we could not have scripted a more perfect day than today. It's just a beautiful, beautiful day. Thank you, Lord, for the great weather.
We're here at the Schaumburg Township Disability Picnic, and it's Underwater Sea World that is the theme. And we have a special chaperone here to talk to us.
Hi, I'm Ariel.
And how many times have you done this type of picnic area?
Oh, I don't think I've been to this picnic before. I think it's my first time here.
And have you done any other picnics like this elsewhere?
Oh, I've been to a couple, but I'm having a wonderful time here today. Everyone is so friendly and kind.
That is super. Okay, we are here talking with families at the Schaumburg Township Disability Picnic. Mom, can you tell us some of the things that have been done now and in the past that you've really liked your son to enjoy?
Eric's always participated in all the parties, the holiday parties, and he gets together with all his friends. And just recently, he received a new telephone so that it's louder for hard of hearing and deaf.
Amplified phone system? Great. And Eric, how do you like the different things, especially the phone?
It's great. It's
You gotta hold it up to your mouth.
It's great, and it lets me know when the bus comes.
That's super. Are there any other activities or things that he's had to enjoy?
Oh, definitely the picnic. And there's the party. It used to be at Christmas time when they were younger, and now all the young adult parties.
That's really great. Okay, we have this other family, too, to talk to regarding the services and the different activities their kids get to enjoy. Mom, what is it about this that you really like?
About 10 years ago, we moved here from Ohio, and we knew no one. And this was an outlet for us to learn or meet some disabled people, like my son, who we have socialized for years since with. So, it's been a big social thing for our kids.
So Ohio didn't have, you think, any of these activities?
You know, I never knew about them if they did.
So Schaumburg Township is doing a good job.
They are doing an awesome job to us, yes.
Okay, what activities do you like to do here?
Well, I like bean bags and do a little fishing.
That's great. Do you do the bingo?
Yes, I like doing the bingo.
You do the bingo, Mom?
Oh, yes.
And here are the Hoffman Estates representatives. First, we have the mayor. Mayor, would you like to give us some input about this picnic and other activities the township does for the disabled?
This picnic's been done for over 30 years now. It's always a great event, and they have a myriad of activities. Last night they had a great band out here that people were rocking and rolling with, and they had an excellent time. The township does a great job, provides great service to the disabled community. I think that's one of the reasons that so many people live in Schaumburg Township, because the township, when you're disabled, provides a lot of services.
Right. And could we have introduced yourself, sir, and what your thoughts are?
Michael Gator, the trustee, and I agree with the mayor said. He said it all on that. Yes, and we're glad to be here also.
Thank you.
And I'm Trustee Anna Newell. I actually work with the seniors on the other side of the township here.
Trustee Karen Arnett, and this is actually my first disability picnic, and I think it's awesome.
Well, thank you so much. Are there any other thoughts you have regarding the Schaumburg Township activities for the disabled?
Again, I'd just like to emphasize they do a fantastic job. They have financial counseling. They also provide transportation.
Okay, we are ending our session here at the Schaumburg Township Disability Picnic. We've had a great time this afternoon talking to various individuals about all the good services and good activities that their kids who are disabled can work with, and all the different programs that are available to people. It's been a great afternoon, lots of fun. Take care.
Hi, this is Toni Higgins-Thrash, field reporter for Schaumburg Park District, cable station WSPD, specifically the Heartbeat Show. I am here, I'm so excited about this segment. I'm here at the Schaumburg Police Department, and I'm going to be doing a couple of different segments on this subject, working dogs that work for our community. And so I am here in the Schaumburg Police Department. I will be interviewing 2 officers, and we're going to see what these dogs do and how they service our community. And I'm starting off with Dennis Schmidt and with Magic, but sometimes we call him Magic, but his real name is Magic. So, welcome to our show.
Great to be here.
And can you tell me a little bit about you on the force, how long you've been doing what you're doing, and a little bit about your dog?
Well, I've been here since 2002. I've been in patrol up until 2011 when I got into the canine program. So I've been working with my dog since 2011 and in the canine program ever since.
I noticed there's a lot of different apparatus for your dog.
Absolutely.
And that, can you just say some of the things that the dog works with? What are some of these items in
Absolutely.
front?
So starting on my right-hand side here, this is his bulletproof vest.
Oh my gosh, this is heavy.
It's essentially the same vest that we wear. It's ballistic and
he thinks he's working.
He wants to check it out.
I'm sorry. You're not working play.
It's essentially the same vest that we were wearing. It's ballistic. It's also stab-proof. We use it specifically for emergency situations because, like you said, it is kind of heavy. So he does not wear that 24 hours a day like we would do. We wear our vest every time we're at work. He only wears that if we know we're going into certain kind of heightened situations. So he doesn't wear that all the time.
Are they expensive? Your
They
vests?
are very expensive. We got that donated to us because, yes, they're maybe about $1,000 or more for a vest like that.
Mm-hmm. And then I think this is a muzzle.
That is a muzzle. That prevents him from actually biting people. He's a very friendly dog, so for the most part, we don't use that. It's more of if we go to the vet or something that he's uncomfortable with, we would put that on. But for the most part, he would not wear his muzzle.
I understand there's different types of working dogs, and some dogs who are trained for drug sniffing to apprehend, etc., do not engage with the public. Is that true with the Schaumburg canine dogs?
Not with the dogs that we currently have. They are trained to do narcotics and tracking as well as bite work, but they're also very social dogs. So they will go out to block parties, they can go to schools to do canine demonstrations, and the kids can actually interact with these dogs because they are very friendly until it's time to not be friendly anymore.
And they only have one handler.
That is correct. So
there's not multiple handlers for these dogs.
No, each dog has one handler.
And that. So going down the line, their leashes seem to be extra thick.
Yes.
Well, they're big dogs, right?
Exactly. So there's different leashes for different applications. Some of these leashes here that are all wound up, these we use for tracking. So when we're tracking bad guys or missing people, stuff like that, we want to have the dog still on a lead, but we don't want to be right on top of them. We want them to be 15, 30 feet out sometimes, finding the scent, finding the track, the trail. Mm-hmm. So we have these different leashes for different applications.
And you have leather gloves that you use with the leashes?
Absolutely, because as you're tracking for anyone, these dogs all of a sudden might be on a scent and take off. And if you're holding on that leash without gloves, that leash can burn right through your hand.
I noticed this collar, over here, I mean, that's the thickest collar I've ever seen.
So we use different collars also for tracking too. So we have a couple different kinds of collars. So we use that collar for tracking. So as we put this on him, it has much greater surface area than a chain collar like this. That way he can pull and it's not going to have so much emphasis on cutting off his air. So it has a thicker dimension, if you will. Along with that, we use this for tracking. This is a tracking harness. So we can actually put this over him, and that way we can clip the leash to the back of this. So that way when he's pulling, he's using all of his body instead of the neck, so he's not going to be choking himself as he's pulling us along.
So when did this department, the canine police department, start? And how many dogs have you had thus far?
It started in about 1983, and we've had 8 dogs prior to me starting the program. So Magic would be our 9th dog.
Now, I heard through the grapevine that this particular dog just won a recent award at a conference or a workshop.
He did. We were down in the Canine Olympics down in Peru, Indiana, and he actually came home with a gold medal for one of the events.
And what was the event?
It was called the Narcotics Road Clear.
And how many dogs are in that? Is it one dog looking for narcotics at a time, or do you let all the dogs go out and look
So
for
essentially,
narcotics?
there was about 120 competitors that was down there, but it's always one dog at a time because you never have all the dogs in the same venue.
Probably because most of them are alpha dogs.
They are all alpha dogs.
Oh, right. So tell me a little bit about your dog, where he came from, the amount of training he got, and his name.
So Magic was born in the Netherlands back in 2009. So he's about 7.5 years old. He is a male German Shepherd. He is a purebred German Shepherd, despite the unusual coloring that he has. So he was born over in the Netherlands, which is where the initial training happened. So he was trained to be a police dog right as a young little pup. He trained for about a year there, and then he was shipped out to a kennel out in Indiana where they refined his skills, and he further trained there.
So once the dog is down in Indiana, how do you acquire him from there?
So essentially, we call down to the kennel and we tell them what kind of dog we were looking for. In his instance, I wanted a German Shepherd. There's other police dogs out there, but I was given the choice of what kind of dog I would prefer. I said I wanted it to be a German Shepherd. I want it to be a male dog, and again, that has nothing to do with the quality of the dog because there's plenty of good female dogs out there, but I personally wanted a male dog, and it had to be a very social dog. Mm-hmm. So we called down there, and then they pulled out a bunch of dogs for us to demo. So I actually got to go down there and see these dogs. They pulled out about a dozen dogs that I had got to choose from. So they would pull one out, they'd have him find some drugs, go catch a bad guy, then we would take him for a walk. They did that with all the dogs, and they were keeping score. At the end of it, they said, all right, which dog feels right for you? And at the end, I said, it's Canine Magic for me, and they all agreed and said, yeah, that's what we said too. So essentially, it wasn't me picking out the dog, it was the dog picking me out.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What other type, before we go in, I understand you're going to do a demonstration
Yes,
for us
absolutely.
with the dog when we get done talking, and then I will be interviewing the other officer. What other community events do you do?
We do a lot of block parties, a lot of school events, canine demonstrations so the kids can see how the dog works. We do Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, block parties, National Night Out. We have Septemberfest coming up soon, so if you're at Septemberfest, you'll see the dogs walking around there.
Is there anything we haven't covered that you would like to say to our viewers before you and Magic do your maneuvers?
I think you pretty much covered it so far.
Great. Nice meeting you,
It was nice
Officer.
meeting you, too.
Thank you for your service to the community of Schaumburg and all your dedication and your work with the dogs.
You are very welcome. Thank you for that.
At this time, Officer Apollo is going to send him for a drug sniff. There are some drugs hidden throughout this room. He's going to systematically search once I give him the command to do so, at which time he's going to sit and alert to the presence of our narcotics.
No, I was right. Okay, that's okay. Go ahead.
You want to start over? Well, this is the best segment ever. I get to meet another officer, Nate Miller, with Apollo. Oh, what a cutie. And Apollo, as well as the Magic, will be doing other maneuvers during the segment. We talked a lot about the organizational and how many dogs you have, et cetera. Can we talk about what it takes day to day working with these dogs?
Absolutely. Well, let me start by saying that these dogs, some people think they stay at the police department when we're done with work, but they actually come home with us every night. So he comes home and he turns it off. He's a pet dog at home. He cuddles with my wife, my kid, he plays, he lays around like a couch potato. As soon as I put these pants on at work, there's no stopping him. He knows it's time to go. He knows it's time to go to work. He'll start running around the house, barking, going crazy, running to the garage door, and then until I put him in the back of the squad car, then he calms down. He knows he's going to work. He doesn't want to be left at home. He wants to go have fun and get his work in. So.
Very excited.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Apollo's from Germany. He was born in 2012, so he's about 5.5. Trained in Germany, born in Germany, and he takes all his commands in German as well. So Magic gets his commands in Dutch, and Apollo gets his commands in German.
They're German commands, so you have to learn a little bit of German.
Not too much, thank goodness. There's about 20 commands that we use on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
From the tracking command to the finding drug command to the apprehension command. So they're very simple and easy to learn for us.
So it's kind of good that the other dog knows Dutch, so that if you said the same command and you're on the same site, they would both respond.
Correct. Yes.
So that's kind of smart.
Yeah, it actually just happened, coincidence that we didn't plan it that way, but actually that is useful in the field.
So what kind of tasks does Apollo and you do within the community?
Sure. Apollo and Magic are both dual-purpose dogs. So Officer Schmidt had touched on it a little bit, but he's a narcotics detection dog. He does tracking, he does handler protection and apprehension, and article searches, okay? So just to give a brief overview of each one, if an officer pulls over a vehicle and suspects that there might be narcotics in that car, they'll call myself or Officer Schmidt over and we'll deploy the canine to sniff the exterior of that vehicle. If Apollo sits and alerts, which is how he tells me that there is drugs present or the odor of narcotics present, then we can search that vehicle. Same thing if we do a search warrant in a house or a residence or a building, Apollo is useful in finding stuff that us as officers would not be able to. Second thing he does is tracking, and it can go from a missing person, a missing child, to a criminal. They track the same. He uses ground disturbance to track where the bad guy or the missing person went. And once he gets there, he'll alert by either barking or apprehending the bad guy. Along with that, with the apprehension goes handler protection. So if I do a traffic stop and the guy gets out of the car and he starts fighting with me, and he's beating me up and I can't, I need help. There's a button on my uniform I can press that will pop the door open, the back of his squad car.
Really?
And he knows that when that door opens, I need help. And he'll come and find me immediately and attack whoever's attacking me.
Wow.
So, yeah, and that's, it's very useful when we're out there, especially late at night, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. We don't have as much backup as usual. He's a good backup to have. He's very loyal and he'll do anything to protect me.
Yeah, we talked earlier about the vests that they wear to protect them, and you also wear a vest to protect you.
Correct.
So that's one of the important things when you go out.
Is safety. Yes.
Safety.
Yes.
For both of you.
And we will not send our dogs into a situation that will get the dogs hurt. They're not only dogs, but they're our partners. So we care for them. They're not just tools to use. We're not going to send them to a building if we know someone has a gun or it's going to be a situation where they can fall and hurt themselves. We're going to make sure all the precautions are taken to ensure their safety as well as ours.
So is his title like Officer Apollo?
Yes. He's known throughout the department as Officer Apollo. Absolutely.
And so the other dog is Officer Magic.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. Another thing that's interesting, with that button that I can press to open the door, there's also an indicator on there that lets us know what the temperature of the vehicle is. So when we go into a domestic call or a theft call, where we don't need the dogs, we leave them in the car, because they have a whole back area for them. There's actually monitors on the left and right side of the vehicle that has the temperature. So if the temperature gets too hot and our little box on our uniform will start vibrating and let us know that we need to get out to the car and make sure that it cools off for the dogs. So along with that, the alarm on the car will start sounding, the windows will roll down, and the fans will start. So it's a precaution, again, to ensure the safety of the dogs because they are officers as well.
Right. Well, this has been wonderful. I know we're maybe going outside to see some maneuvers
Yes.
that the dogs do. What
Absolutely.
kinds of things will we be seeing?
Well, you saw
We saw the
narcotic sniff, and the way he alerts to that is he sits down and he stares wherever the drugs are. So he's
Mhm.
telling me, hey, inside that podium, that's where the narcotics are at. And when he stares there, I'll throw, as his reward, I'll throw his ball over his head. When he
Mhm.
gets that ball, that's what he comes to work for. That's his life. And that's how we actually choose working dogs, is based on drive, ball drive. So when a litter of puppies is born, they'll take some tennis balls out, and whatever dog goes crazy for that ball, that's going to be a good military or police dog. So he comes to work for his ball. Outside, we're going to do an apprehension, and you're going to see their bite work and how they know. And that's also a reward for them too. A bite is a reward. It's part of their natural drive. So we'll see a little bit of that once we get outside.
I am amazed that both dogs are so well-rounded that they can interface with the community, but then also do the apprehension and the drug sniffing. That's a lot to sort out
It is, and there's not
in their mind.
Yes, and it's a low percentage of the working dogs out there that can do that. And me and Officer Schmidt, we wanted dogs that could be friendly at a school with kids, but also can apprehend the bad guys when the time comes. So
I think he's ready to get up and go.
Is there
anything else you wanted to cover that we haven't?
just one other thing
Sure.
is although Paolo and Magic are both very friendly dogs, if you see us out in public and we're walking the dog or we're at the September Fest, if you want to come talk to us or see the dogs, please say, can I come talk to your dog or approach you guys. Don't just walk up on the dogs, because even though they're friendly, they're working, they're high energy dogs. We don't want to see anyone get hurt. So.
Well, it's really important for people to always, it's always best to approach a dog that's on a leash, number one. And then it's always, if your child wants to pet the dog, they always say, may I please pet your dog?
Correct, yes.
And wait for the invite, and then of course you can say thank you. I always use the wait.
Yes, absolutely, yes.
Signature. So with these dogs that are working dogs like this, safety is important, and that's safety for you. So please always ask, may I pet the dog?
Absolutely.
So what we're going to demonstrate now is an apprehension with Canine Magic. What he's going to do is going to lock onto the bad guy, which is going to be Officer Nate. He's going to be playing our bad guy. So what Magic is going to do, he's going to go up and apprehend him. Now with the apprehension, all he's looking to do is grab a hold of him. He's not looking to kill him. He's not trying to hurt him. He's just trying to hold on to him so I can get up there and arrest the bad guy and then get him taken into custody. Woo-hoo-hoo! Good boy!
Thank you so much for joining us at WSPD, the Heartbeat Show, for our segment on the Schaumburg Police Department canine dogs. Thank you for joining us, and look forward to other segments featuring the working dogs. Have a great day. Thanks for joining us.